Hey, everybody. Okay, so let's talk about bodybuilding and healing and all this stuff. I'm learning to get this camera working. So I want to talk about healing because I had this issue this week. So you may or may not know that I have multiple sclerosis. So I have a little bit of weakness in my legs, especially, right? And in my core a little bit too. But I decided to start bodybuilding again. It's been the best idea and it's a good thing. But this week I had something happen where I just need to tell you about it. And it's the core thing of bodybuilding is the core thing. I'm not even joking. Like, pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. Pay attention, shine a bright light on it. I'm obsessed with these lights. I always am bringing my lights into the frame, right? I kind of am here. What if I do it this way? Obsessed with lighting. Hi, everyone. This is natural, right? Were we talking about bodybuilding? Yeah, we are. Oh, that's kind of cool, though. Oh, God, I just hit myself that. What is going on? Did I spin the whole thing around? This is really going to be about bodybuilding and healing. There we go. So that's good lighting, right? Okay, so literally, you want to build muscle, right? Well, that healing part is the part where the muscle builds, right? You work out, and then it takes between, I'm going to be very generous here, 3 and I'm going to be very not generous here, 14 days for your muscles to heal completely. And they need to heal completely because that's the building part of bodybuilding, right? And you need food to build those muscles. You need sleep to build those muscles, right? And so, like, if you're a drinker or a partier, that makes everything so much harder. And so, like, when people talk about taking steroids, one of the benefits of steroids is you heal a lot faster. But it's still like 7 days. Most professional bodybuilders are only working out every part 7 days. Sometimes they go crazy, right? But I can say this because I used to train every day with a professional bodybuilder. And he's the one that actually taught me. I thought you had to do 1,000,000 sets on 1,000,000 days and everything you could do is bad. He's like, God, no, like, you don't have to do that. Like, and so I'm doing a lot less sets now. But my thing is, this week, this last Wednesday, it was time for leg day. And my legs were not healed. They were just not. And the truth is, I've been doing deadlifts, which is new exercise for me for this whole life. I've never done it. I've done it about 4 or 5 weeks now. And probably only 3 things, but deadlifts are killers, right? And so what I realized is, like, you have to not do legs this week. And I was right, because it wasn't like I was slightly sore. I was still having trouble walking and trying to get things into the frame that shouldn't be there was difficult, right? So that's an issue. Am I a spaz with the camera? Right? I think I am. I think I love it. I love it, though. And so I decided not to do legs, which is a killer because leg day is the most important day, and that legs are my favorite body part. And I just want to have good legs so badly. Everybody does. And it is hard. And you know it's hard because people who have otherwise great bodies will often have not very good legs. And the reason it's hard is because it's hard. And so I do these full squats where you rest at the bottom, flat-footed squats. Most people can't even do flat-footed squats. It's dangerous. Like, look online before you learn to do them. But, like, to do a full squat where you're resting at the bottom, like you're literally resting in a squat, pull up, that's a really good compound leg exercise that gets a whole bunch of stuff. And then I also started deadlifts, which is that same exercise, but for the back muscles, your butt and the hamstrings and your whole back, right? Gets done. And so I was doing all these things, and it's like, no, dude, your body is adjusting, especially with the deadlifts, because I'd never trained my posterior, what's it called? I don't remember. Posterior chain, that's what it's called, before. And there's a ton of muscles that deadlifts exercise that you will not exercise if you do anything else. And when you start doing them, it's harsh, right? And it has been harsh for me since I started doing deadlifts. And I had to go 2 weeks without leg exercises. Next Wednesday will be when I come back to it. But I feel so much better. I did do some knee lifts. I did 2 knee lifts because that's a really weak muscle of mine. So tragic, I'll tell you. I lifted my left knee up and just held it as long as I could, right? So took it to failure with one rep. And then I did the same thing with my right knee, and it was not a long time. Like how long? Under 60 seconds, probably. I think in MS, that muscle gets particularly weak. So I did do something. That's really good, though. Anyway, rest is so important. And if you're young and you heal in 3 days and everything's great, oh my God, good for you. But I bet you're not doing the squats right. So I will tell you, if you're young and you're limitless and everything's great, learn to do those flat-footed squats. Yeah, it takes a little time, okay? Learn to do those first, then do squats with no weight. I mean, you don't, listen, when you do flat-footed squats, you can pull those tensions out. We don't want you to do that. So anyway, get good at squats. Find a person to help you with it too. Anyway, this is a long enough video. This is a very long video. And my arm, look at the shadow. Shadow, Mr. Light. Mr. Light, you're going to shadow your face if you're so good at this. I dare you to stop the camera without interrupting the light. Here, I'm just about to do it right now. This is about bodybuilding.